Even as a kid, I liked to be around the barbecue pit, and my dad and my grandpa were grilling over the coals these little short ribs. To this day, I still remember the smell of the grease dripping on those coals. I can see the picture in my mind of the smoke coming out of the stack. And I remember eating those ribs, and they were so juicy and so moist, and they just tasted amazing. So today I'm recreating all those old memories. We're cooking up some savory short ribs with my new all-purpose seasoning. I call it OG. It is simply fresh sea salt, fresh cracked black pepper, and fresh granulated garlic in the perfect ratio. This allows the meat to shine, and it allows anything you cook with it, either in the kitchen or in the barbecue pit, to just really be amazing. So let's fire it up. As expensive as meat is nowadays, you do not want to waste any meat at all. So I like to get this very thin little fillet knife under here and just very carefully peel back the membrane. So yeah, I mean, I remember I could smell the charcoal. They would burn down some mesquite and then add some Kingsford charcoal to the fire. I was a kid, man. I was running around. I was probably 10, 11 years old. That's one of the reasons I created the OG, because it just brings back so many good memories. And it also allows the meat to shine and to stand out without being overpowered with all the other stuff that seasonals normally have in them. There you go, folks. We got all these little ribs all trimmed up, really nice, so gorgeous. I mean, they just look fantastic, very well marbled. Now you can use a little olive oil, you know, you can spritz them with water. You don't really have to do anything. These ribs are super rich in flavor. The little bit of oil that the parquet has on there also adds a little bit of color and a little hint of butter in there and a little extra flavor. And so you can lay it on. All right, now you want to pat that down a little bit. Now I'm just going to flip them all over a little bit. This is the bone side. Now the bone side goes down. We're going to flip them one more time, so that when I'm done, the bone will still be facing down. All right, a little bit more OG. I'm gonna lay it on. Nice and generous coat. It's a big piece of meat, so we can take that little bit of extra salt. It's gonna cook for a long time. Some of that moisture is gonna push out some of that salt. So, all right, so you put them all together again, get you a nice heavy coat of OG on top. We're gonna lay it on here. All right, boys and girls, we've got our short ribs all trimmed up, all seasoned up, and we are ready to go outside and get fired up. Friends, as we get through this video, if you like what you see, if you get some value out of it, make sure you hit the like button. And if you really like it, subscribe. Hit that little bell notification so that you don't miss any videos from Arnie Tex. Got a little piece of mesquite in there for added flavor. Got some lump charcoal going. Got a little onion to make it even better. Got our lid slowed down about halfway there. We got about a 1/4 inch on the bottom. You don't need a lot of air on the bottom on these Webers. 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch on the bottom. If you got plenty of charcoal, that'll burn for 6 or 8 hours and be just perfect. All right, my barbecue loving friends, it's about time to check the ribs. It's been almost 44 minutes. Check them out. They're starting to sweat quite a bit. Looking pretty nice. So I'm going to rotate these around a little bit and put them right over the fire, or at least closer to the fire. Now I see that I have a lot more fire on this side, so I'm going to turn these around too. I'm going to rotate these since these were closer to the heat. It's going to go over here right over the coals. It's not hot there at all. I'm going to put these a little closer too, right by the fire there. And I'm going to rotate the grill just a hair. Try to get everything to cook nice and even. Let's close it up. We're running right around 350 degrees right now. I looked at it, I forgot to show it on the camera, but it was running right around 350. We're gonna put the meat closer to the coal, and in a little bit we're gonna go ahead and put it right over the fire as the fire continues to settle down a little bit more. All right, we'll be back in a few more minutes. All right, friends, it's been a little while now. 1 hour and 12 minutes, más o menos. And these ribs are cooking really nice. It's time to put them right on the fire, so we can get some of that little grease dripping. As long as you have the bone down, you should be okay. So we're just gonna put them there for a little while, let them sit there. Give them about 10, 15 minutes. Still running about half open here. I'm going to choke it down just a hair more because I see that fire still pretty warm. I'm going to put this over this way. And we're running right around 375, 400 degrees still. It has not come down a whole lot, so I'm going to choke it down just a little bit more. We'll be back. All right, friends, it's been an hour and 39 minutes, fixing to be an hour and 40 minutes. And it's time to kind of sear those ribs. So what I'm going to do now, that's the kind of smoke you get when you're right over the direct coal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip them over. You can see they're nice and charred on the bottom, possibly a little too much. I'm only going to leave them like this for about maybe 3 to 4 minutes. I want to sear that meat, but it's really, really hot still. So I don't want to burn it. I just want to sear it. So I'm just going to flip them real quick, close the lid, come right back in about 2 minutes and check them. And if it's time to flip sideways, I'll flip them sideways. Basically what I want to do is sear all 3 sides of the meat, of the ribs. So let's just kind of see what happens here in just a minute. All right, it's been about 2 minutes, and that's one of the keys. Can you see me with the smoke? Can you see me with the smoke? That's one of the keys to successful cooking, is you gotta really watch that fire. If you got a hot fire, don't leave it on there too long without checking it. So I flipped the ribs over, meat side down. I need to look at them real quick because it's been about 2 and now 2.5 minutes. I'm not even gonna set the lid down. I just wanna look at the one in the middle here. Yeah, it's getting a nice little char. Oh yeah, baby. Maybe a little much. So I am gonna put them sideways now so we don't burn them. I just want to char the sides also on all of them. It's covered up. Let it set for about another 2 minutes. Then we'll flip them to the other side and do that. And then I'm going to move them indirect and just let them sit there till they're done. We're looking for about 200, 202, 203 internal temperature. So I don't think we're too far away at this point. Normally, short ribs like that are about 2.5, max 3 hours. I wouldn't be surprised if they're real close to being done even right now, because they've been sitting directly over the fire. All right, let's take a look again one more time. We still have a pretty hot fire, so we don't want to burn our ribs. We're going to flip them to the other side. We want to char the other side of the meat just a little bit, and then we're going to put them in direct. There you go. You got to know how to read your fire, folks. You just got to know. Look at that beautiful sizzle going on there. Yeah. Put the lid on. We're going to give it about 1 minute and then put them way over here indirect where we started and let them finish cooking. All right. Check that out, folks. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Hot and fast. It's okay. We've taken our short ribs, we've seared the bottom, the bone, charred it really good, and then now we've seared the sides, gave them a little char, a lot of smoke there. Like I say, if the smoke can't follow you, if the smoke is not following you, you're doing something wrong. You got to have the smoke in your face. But anyway, it's time to move them. So I'm going to get them off of the direct fire and put them back over here where we started. Now that we have a nice little char on all of them. Beautiful, just beautiful. See, this is what happens if you leave your lid off too long and you've got a bunch of grease. These ribs have a lot of marbling, a lot of grease going, so we're going to move them over here to the side. And while we're here, I'm not afraid of a little fire. I'm going to go ahead and check these. 188, 191 degrees. They're not quite super soft, but they're just about done, folks. That's 209, wow. 191, 189. These bigger ones are taking a little bit longer. So the small ones are done. We're going to set them way over here away from the fire, these two here. Leave the big ones right over here in the middle. And I'm going to choke down that fire. Shut it down. We're going to shut it down. That's going to settle down here in just a minute. You'll see all the smoke start to come out where the fire extinguishes. Don't be afraid of a little fire. Just move your meat away from the fire and let it continue to cook with the indirect heat, radiant heat, whatever you want to call it. I am gonna go inside and grab some foil. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap them, and they'll be finished in about another 15-20 minutes. I want to capture some of that au jus and a little bit of that braising liquid in there and just let them finish cooking in there. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. And time now, right now, that we're reaching the 2-hour mark right about now. So they'll be done in 2.5 hours, no more. Guaranteed. All right, folks, it's time to wrap those ribs. So I'm gonna lay down a little bit of foil in here and lay the ribs in here nice and neat. Look at that. Man, oh man, just gorgeous. And I'm just gonna put them in here, wrap them nice and tight, and let them finish cooking. That one, the bone fell off completely. It's okay. And I'm just gonna wrap this foil tight like this. Try not to tear it on the bottom with a bone. Don't let the bones poke through, so don't squeeze too tight. Just roll them up nice and easy like this. They still have a little bit of moisture, a little bit of fat and collagen in there, so they're gonna be moist either way. We're gonna put the lid on there. We're gonna put the airflow on the opposite end so the heat still continues to cook in this direction. We're gonna give them about 15 minutes, rotate them one time, and we're done. I guarantee you they'll be perfect. All right, friends, time to rotate that foil. It's been 15 minutes. We'll give it a little roundy round like that. Put the lid back on. We'll see all inside in just about 15 more minutes. We're done out here. All right, my barbecue loving friends, it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes since we got started. These ribs look really pretty. I ran them right up to around 200 degrees. Because they're so thick and well marbled and have a lot of collagen, you can actually run them a little further, but you might dry them out a little bit. I prefer to get them out a little bit earlier and have that nice, juicy, perfect, beautiful short rib. And so let's cut this one up and just kind of see what it looks. Ooh, that sliced really good. Man, oh wow. Oh man, look at all that moisture. I sure hope the camera's picking that up, man. That just looks so pretty. That looks so nice. Super, super moist looking. Look at that. Watch that. Now I'm cutting them with the bone, and you can see here that it is with the grain instead of across the grain. Doesn't really make that big a difference on a rib like this, on this type of meat, because it's super tender, super moist anyway. But just for kicks, let's go ahead and slice one the other way. This one would be against the grain like this. So you can tell right there the texture is different. But you can see here how they look very different. This one is with the grain. This is across the grain right here. Let's go ahead and see what this OG tastes like. See if the OG did its job. Oh man. That OG allows the meat to shine. On this kind of meat, that's really all you need, salt, pepper, garlic. That allows the short rib meat, you know, with all that goodness inside of it, to just really pop in your mouth and taste like the meat should taste and does taste. Just really great. Guys, if you're interested in my OG or my Wild Rub, either one, that you can find on my other website at pitmaster.us. That's pitmaster.us. I'll put it in the description anyway. If you're interested in upping your barbecue game, you can check out my pitmasterclass.us website. In there, I offer all the popular barbecue meats with videos even way more detailed than what you're seeing here, with step-by-step from selection to trimming to slicing and plating. And again, if you like this video, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss any videos from Arnie Tex. We're gonna go ahead and take a couple more bites. Hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you do, go ahead and leave a comment, man. Tell us how you like to cook your short ribs. Keep the smoke light and make it work. Boom! This is great. Really good, man. I had been wanting to cook some of these for quite a while already. Here you go, baby. Now, that OG's good on these ribs. Really good. Thumbs up, everybody. 2 thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay. Boom.